Guys, big breaking news coming out. World War III update. Russia nuclear armed submarine near US ally. And this submarine, well, it's not good. It's absolutely not good. This thing carry nuclear. Now, give me a second here. Let me just pull up this information. Share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for your support, guys. So it says here, you have a Russian submarine capable of launching nuclear missiles was spotted near Japan, a key U.S. ally, as Moscow continues to flex its military power in the Pacific. Now it says here Russia operates a fleet of ballistic missile submarines as part of its strategic nuclear forces, including 3 of their vessels, the defense outlet Naval News reported. Each submarine carries 16 missiles, and each missile can be armed with 6 nuclear warheads, according to the Federation of American Scientists. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you, excuse me, guys, and for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. So this is my last video for tonight. I've been very busy today, guys, with all this video. There's been a lot of World War III update news, a lot of war preparation. There's been a lot of stuff happening today. It goes to tell you that, yeah, we're not seeing peace. We're seeing something else. Whoops. Let me make this a little small so you guys have a better view. There we go. Now, you guys did not receive the notification for this video. Remember, this platform only sends out 3 notifications a day. And I'm going to try to make it easy for everyone. The last video is going to be midnight. Alright, so again, that will be easy for everyone. So, I'm going to announce it on my live stream too. So, during a July meeting on the development strategy for the Russian submarine forces, Vladimir said submarines play a key role in ensuring the country's sovereignty and security, protecting its interest, and maintaining strategic parity, while the Bear military continues its war against Ukraine. It remains active in the Far East and the Indo-Pacific, which Japan described as a strong security concern. In a defense white paper, once again, the Russian Pacific Fleet recently completed deployment with a ballistic missile submarine and a conventionally armed missile submarine. Alright, so you guys already know Russia is a big country. I mean, their land is huge. You can make a new continent on that and just make multiple nations in there. Well, they have the situation in the western part, they're dealing with Ukraine, and then the eastern part, they're making sure that their ally, China and North Korea, is protected. So in the eastern part, they do have those nuclear submarines. The bad thing about it is that that region gets hit with a lot of earthquake. There was an 8.8 magnitude in Kamchatka, and they're still getting hit. And there was a submarine base out there that got damaged. So it's not looking good for the Bear. Okay, so Japan's defense ministry reported that 3 of the Bear naval vessels passed through the Soya Strait, also called the, I'm going to skip that name, Strait in Russia, on Wednesday as they sailed from the Sea of Okhotsk to the Sea of Japan, called the East Sea in South Korea. I actually apologize about some of these words here, guys. Okay, so there's no way for me to translate this. I'm sorry, guys. There's no way for me to translate this unless I go on X. Give me a second here. Maybe there's a translator here. If not, then I'm going to go on X and see if I could find translation. So the bear flotilla was tracked transiting 24 miles northeast of Cape Soya on Japan's main island of Hokkaido. The UN Convention on the Law of the Sea states that a state can claim territorial seas extending up to 13.8 miles from its coastline. And according to the report, one of the bear vessels was a, I'm going to skip the name, ballistic missile submarine powered by nuclear propulsions, marking the first time the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force has spotted this type of Russian submarine near Japanese territory. I know Japan is not pleased. They don't want to see stuff like that. But again, you know, there's a whole bunch of U.S. stuff out there too. Multiple warships in South Korea and Taiwan and all that. So it says here, U.S. Naval Institute News reported that the Bear Pacific Fleet operates 5 Boeing and Boeing 8 class submarines. It remains unclear which one was spotted by Japan. Now it says here, the Bear submarine was accompanied by the cruiser Voyage, identified by its hull number, and a rescue tug. The Voyage serves as the Russian Pacific Fleet's flagship. Here's another one that I won't be able to translate. There's a possibility is all this as in this news article, it might be translating it. So all this explanation that's going on. Why it says 9/22/23? I don't think that's the date, guys, but it says here Japan's defense ministry also reported that 3 of the Red Dragon ships, the destroyers CNS and CNS, again, I'm going to skip their names, and the replenishment ship CNS, identified by hull numbers, passed eastward through the Soya Strait between Monday and Tuesday. So what people are saying, it says here, Japan's Defense White Paper 2025 commented, the Russian military is continuing active military activities in the vicinity of Japan and its surrounding areas, showing its tendency to deploy the latest military equipment in the Far East. Russia's military activity in the Indo-Pacific region, including Japan, coupled with its strategic partnership with the Red Dragon, opposing a strong security concern. The Bear leader Vladimir said at a meeting on the development strategy for the Bear submarine forces in July said, I will repeat what I have said multiple times. We must have a modern, well-equipped fleet capable of adequately responding to current and future threats and risk. This is why improving the Navy's capabilities, including its submarine forces, is among our top priorities. So Russia is likely to continue conducting naval activities around Japan. It remains to be seen how Japan, with help from the U.S., will further strengthen its defense posture. Wow. So once again, you have the Japan is kind of worried about this, and I want to take you straight to the USGS earthquake map really quick here, guys. Okay, so this area here, give me a second. So you have all this area here. So it seems like, well, this area here, this is where the Russian submarine base is located, and it's getting hit with all these earthquakes. I mean, I don't know if they dropped something uh, testing a nuke, but something happened there. There was an 8.8 and then multiple 7 point plus. That region is still shaking, and all this area here is being patrolled by Russian submarine. Now you got Japan, they're not liking it. So you got the U.S. all the way down here. The U.S. is defending their allies. Give me a second, guys. Since I'm here, I want to see what's going on with Venezuela. That's a lot of aftershock going on. Venezuela got hit yesterday. Not once, but they got hit with two 6.3 magnitude earthquake. Okay. Zoom in one more time. Okay, so they got hit really hard. That area is very important. For those of you that don't know, there's an oil industry facility out there, and that oil company is very important, and that region shook. Now there was a lot of people were worried. Millions of people felt the earthquake, and of course someone left a comment on my video saying millions in Iran or felt the earthquake. I don't know how you know. Again, do you work for USGS? Are you a earthquake expert? Have you traveled to South America and were there and felt the ground shake? Have you ever been in an earthquake? Especially in a third world country? Those ground moves, those buildings are swerving back and forth. Millions felt the ground shake, and it's still happening. It's just like Afghan. You know how many people felt the ground shake and how many of their homes, boom. The thing is, people always have something to complain about. Always have something to complain about. And I do have family members that live in South America. They say that in Peru and Ecuador, I know a lot of people out there, they say they feel the ground shake. A lot of people feel it. And those are like magnitude 4.5 or 5. Imagine 6 point plus. But again, this is where we at right now, guys. And I will keep it updated when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So you do have the Russian with the nuclear subs out there. And most of their submarines is in the eastern part, in the Pacific Ring of Fire. And they're keeping an eye on U.S. because the U.S. have a lot of stuff out there. South Korea, I think there's 29,000 U.S. soldiers out there in South Korea. And you guys already know Kim, he don't like that. North Korean leader, he wants the sleeping giant to go, leave. But again, just like the Black Sea, just like all those other regions is hot, so is the South China Sea. Those areas really hot too, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.